inside. The old gods granted me a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping, magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the known. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are
Welcome back to Original GM. I'm Hupahu, once again joined with Wachi and Chikala, and we are going to get right back at it after last week. You were left in a prison cell naked once again.
Again.
It's happened before. I don't know how it keeps happening. I guess you're just a couple bad girls. I don't know. But we're going to get started. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You guys wake up to a prison cell, rotting bodies. You look at the cells next to you, across from you. If you look at the map there, you're in that prison cell. Across from you, all around you, there are rotten bodies. And all these prison cells are littered with clothing, mildewy clothing, and what's left of the remains of living beings. You remember a white light. And like we're standing in a white light, and that's all you remember. And you remember waking up here. You don't know how long it's been. So, Zira, your hand is on. It's fine. You have all the powers that are in the hand. You're wearing the hat, and it has all the powers. It's your hair. It has all the powers that the hat possesses. All your magic items, you're familiar. All your memorized spells, all gone. Wiped from your brain. I need perception check from you guys. Won't be too hard.
Yes. Yes.
You notice something looking at you from the cell next to you under bodies. You see this eye. And when you look at it, it goes. And you see a halfling come out. He is filthy. And the smell in here I can't describe to you. We're just gonna say it's bad. And he looks at you just covered in filth. You can barely tell that he's even a halfling, other than his size and his pointed ears. And you can see the fur on his feet is all matted with junk and ick. He kind of looks over. Well, hello, he whispers. Looks like you got in a predicament. If I were you, I would hide. Not all of you are going to survive. They'll find most of you, but maybe one of you might get lucky like I did.
Who's they?
The jailers. The Sultan's men. I'm Mo. I've been here for a while.
How long have we been here? Do you know?
Oh, I'd say that you slept for maybe 3 days. That's typical. I would be scared if I were you. No one ever comes back. The Sultan Azul, as everyone knows, is not very kind in his arena of justice. Justice. It's not justice, it's murder. Anyone accused of crimes and brought to this place, they all die in the arena. You will too, I'm sure. Unless you hide. And you see him kind of go up underneath a couple bodies and put them up on top of him, and then off in the distance you hear some jangling of chains and keys. At that moment, I'm going to remind you that you have a collar around your neck, around both your wrists, and around your ankles. Gorg just kind of turns and looks back at you guys. Do.
Get out of this cage first.
Yeah. Someone's coming. And you can hear him getting closer. It seems like you're getting closer. Right over here around this cage, you see an entourage coming this way right towards you. And you see a human. He's a black male with a bald head. It's not Jamal, but he's dressed very similar to Jamal. 2 scimitars, one on each hip, just like Jamal. Real bright red silk that comes across the black silks that he's wearing. And his eyes do not look kind. They look diabolical and evil as he comes walking around the corner. He has about 12 armed guards around him, and then a jailer that's in front of him with some keys, who's an overweight human that's got scars and pockmarks all over his face, and he stinks. You could tell he's not very nice. He's got a big hammer on his hip, gigantic hammer. He's about 6'2", and he comes up to the edge of the cage. Hey, get up! He hits the cage with the keys. Get up! Address your Sultan. And you see the man just kind of come forward and look at you all. The price of thievery is the arena. Unless you would rather have one of your hands severed permanently. Then we can do both. We hate thieves here. And that is what you are. He just looks around at you.
May I speak?
Oh, the little one wants to speak. What do you have to say for yourself, thief?
Start using my charisma.
Okay.
I know it would seem like we were thieves. The truth be told, we were trying to locate our friend's soul who had been killed. We were not able to locate his soul, so we were trying to gather his things and find what our next step was. We had no intention of stealing anything.
So whose soul are you looking for?
Jamal, Underbrush.
Isn't that quaint?
He is a
Perfect timing for you to be robbing his treasure trove, his vaults, and him being dead. I can't corroborate your story with a dead man.
We weren't robbing him, we were looking for his soul. Once we were there in his vault, we realized that someone else could come in behind us and thieve all of his things. So we decided to gather them to return them to his family.
He's kind of looking behind you, everyone. And that's a pretty good defense. One that would be accepted in a court, I'm sure. But that's not how things work here. You will fight in the arena of justice, and it will tell us whether you are telling the truth or not. Prepare them. And he turns and starts to walk away, and the guards go with him, and the guy's like, comes up to the gate and pulls out a little whistle and blows it. And you can hear down the hall some other people moving, and you hear some more chains and stuff like that. Then he turns and looks at you guys, and you see him reach into a bag, and he pulls out something in his hand and holds it real tight, and you feel you all stiffen up from the things that are around your neck and your arms and your feet, and you just go like frozen in place. You would do exactly what I say. You will follow the path. And he goes over and unlocks the door with a key and opens the cage, and you see the floor itself slightly glow in a little pathway that goes out this direction right here. Do not stray from the path. And you feel yourselves get released from whatever that was, and he steps out of the way and just looks at you. As you're coming, right over here, you see two huge wargs being held by chains with another male that's about 6 foot looking at you guys, and he's got a whistle in his mouth. It's around his neck. He's just holding it in his mouth with the two dogs, the two wargs. And then as you come out, you look over here. It's the same in this direction and the same over here. Gordon's like, well, so much for having someone try to listen to you. Gord goes, if it's fighting our way out, we'll be fine. He starts walking, nude.
It's the first time I've fucking not had somebody listen to me. I don't know how I feel about that.
As you walk down this way, all along the walls right here are dead bodies. Some decapitated, some missing limbs, some gutted, just various forms of dead, probably around 25 or so.
Is this right here a railing?
No, it's just a wall. And as you come out to this area and you see those bodies, you can hear something speaking in the distance. Up ahead right here are two double doors that are massive. They have huge iron bindings on them. And you see two guards opening these doors right here. And these two guards that you see opening these doors are half giants. Both fire. You can tell by their skin. And they open these two doors, and then the crowd roar you can really hear from right here. And they walk you guys right out into this sand, what looks like an arena. And you can look around, and I will give you a description. You can see that it's all made of sand, and the ground was glowing the whole time. When you get to these two doors and you guys start to go through the archway where the doors were, you feel yourself go through some kind of barrier. It goes as you go through it. It kind of reflects a little bit when it happens, and you can see it reflect across from you in a dome shape, like all around. When you guys are stepping through one at a time, it kind of goes, ripples out, and you can see this whole place is encased in an invisible barrier of some type. To your left, all around you is like a coliseum. There are people sitting all around you, and they all look like Danitarian people. You've never, seen Jamal and this guy you just saw. Other than that, you haven't seen many of them. Various colors, very wealthy looking. it's not kind of Romanesque, you know what I mean? But it's more turbans and those kind of things. And sitting in a box in the middle to your left, up kind of high, you see that guy that you just talked to sit down in a chair with some other people. They're sitting there. And
is the dome in between us and him?
yeah. And sitting next to him, or standing next to him, is the voice that you hear, and it's underneath this canopy. Like, you see a sphinx, and it's huge, it's massive. It looks like a small dragon standing next to this guy that's sitting there, and he's talking. He's like,
"Good people, we have a pleasurable day for you."
and they're all like, you start walking out. You see nothing in the arena but you guys.
We have 6 thieves from the north. The judgment of the Sultan of Zul, Anjin, has decreed that Mage and Tor shall be their fate.
And everybody's like, Mage and Tor is what he calls it. It might be their language. You're not sure what he's saying. You're wearing the hat though.
Tongues.
So you have tongues, and not only tongues, you have comprehend languages innate. So yeah, Mage and Tor is another way of saying the arena of justice in another language.
Today's battle will be that of the ancient gladiators' code. You, the people, will call upon your sultan for a judgment by telling him that which you wish to see happen. You are controlling death and life.
And they all go crazy. You guys are standing there nude. As you're standing there, right in the center of the arena, you see the ground lift up. And it looks like some kind of container that has doors all the way around it. You're not sure what it is. And then he says,
placed in the center of these great gladiators and those thieves of the north that you see before you will be equipment of various kinds. You will not know which doors will open. Only 2 of the 8 doors will open. We will see if they choose the right ones, or if that even helps against our powerful gladiators. Our judgments of blood and bone. Are you ready to begin?
and they're all like, you can hardly hear yourselves with the crowd roaring. And he says,
Bring on the gladiators!
roar, and he roars. Across from you, you see doors open up, and out come walking 6 individuals. 2 gladiators, 1 male, 1 female, with these wicked looking weapons that are bladed on the arm right here, and then they have a point that comes out. They both have those, and you see them kind of spin them. And they got full gladiator helms on, full gladiator body armor, and they kind of walk out first together. Then behind them you see a half fire giant come out, and he's got a huge axe in his hand. Then kind of creeping behind him, something's crawling, you think, and then out from behind him to the left you see this insectoid-like creature that is armored up and has a spear in one hand and a katana in the other, and this thing has multiple legs and bug-like eyes. See, it just kind of, and then it just kind of stands up with its lower half down and looking at you like, and has these teeth all over it. Then a female suit of armor, jet black helm, with a crossbow strapped on the back and a broadsword on her hip, but you can't make out what race or anything she is. And she steps out, and then she after her, from behind her, you see a half woman, half serpent kind of come out, and this is the biggest creature of all of them, and it kind of comes in front of them all and just looks at you. It's probably 20 feet in length, has 6 arms, and in each arm is a different type of sword. Kopesh, a short sword, a long sword, a glaive in one hand. I mean, she has multiple weapons, a shield in one hand, and looks demonic is what she looks. And she's got beautiful hair, and her chest is covered in armor, and her arms are covered in armor. And the crowd goes wild. Gorgang looks at you guys and says, you guys are going to need to get in those doors and get some equipment.
I invoke a true sight
Okay.
for my hat.
All right.
See if I can see anything on the building or the doors.
There's magic all around you in a dome. You can see that. And you can see the doors have multiple layers of magic. And also at the base of where the doors are, you see ruins glowing. You didn't see them till you turned on true sight. And that's behind you. And you also look across and you can see the same with the other doors on the other side. But there's doors on all 4 corners, all 4 sides. So you look at those sides and they're the same as well. But you do look across from me, right, at them?
Mm-hmm.
So you see one, the 2 gladiators are chaotic evil. You look at them and they're chaotic evil. Matching them is the half-giant chaotic evil. And then the creature-like thing that looks like a bug with the bug eyes and everything, it is neutral evil. And then the woman in plate and the serpent creature are lawful. As soon as you look at the woman in plate, you recognize the judgment of Nero on her back, and you're like, it's Volskarr. You know it's Volskarr. You see the judgment of Nero. She's covered in full plate and everything, so you can't see her face. She kind of looks to her right at the rest of them, kind of like this, and then just looks up at you and goes, and just nods one time. You say anything to anybody? Crowd's starting to die down.
Yeah, in a whisper, I'll tell them, hey, that's Volskarr.
Is she gonna help us?
Fucking hope so.
As a crowd dies, you see the Sphinx-like thing kind of back away a little bit and turn and look at the Sultan. He stands up and comes to the front of the stand where he's in, and he looks down at you guys. These thieves have claimed that they are not guilty. You will judge whether that's true today, gladiators. And those of you within the seats here coming to enjoy death, blood, and guts, and justice, you will decide. Let us have a good day. He turns and sits back. And then you see him kind of reach to the side and grab a cup, and he just kind of looks around at the crowd like this as they're doing their thing. And then the Sphinx says, "Begin!" And he doesn't even look at you guys when he says that. He's "Begin!" He just kind of looking at the crowd. Roll initiative. So in the center, I know, horrible.
I have a 9.
Okay.
3.
Damn.
Really? Really?
Your dex
Really?
adjustment?
Yeah, really, really.
Shouldn't have the dragonfly ring.
Oh, shit.
So right there in the center is the cabinet with 8 doors. The first door will be right in front of you. We'll go clockwise, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you go around. All right, let's get these initiatives taken care of. Lily, what'd you get?
3.
And Zira?
9. What'd you say the cabinet was made of?
Stone, but the doors are wooden.
And then there's 8 doors all the way around it.
Yeah.
That's where the magic and the runes were.
No. Magic and runes are right here. And doors, there's 2 double doors just like the ones you guys came in. And then behind them, and then also over on this side. That thing in the center doesn't glow of any magic.
Are those doors made of wood?
Wood that are iron bound, yeah. And they're glowing and they have ruins around them. And... Okay. I guess we'll go. So, the other side, the 2 gladiators kind of look at the crowd and go, and they use their initiative just cheering up the crowd and kind of walking like that. They don't come towards you. The bug-like creature, is this thing right here, this black thing right there.
Okay.
It moves this way, up against this wall, kind of over to this corner. This is Vorsil. She just kind of stands there and watches what they do. This is the creature that has the 6 arms. She immediately starts going towards the center, and so does the giant. But they do that on different initiatives, okay?
Okay.
We're going to start 10s and above, which is Gordon's got a 13. Gorgain has a 12. Gordon... He'll take off running this way. Like he's going towards the giant. When he does that, you know, the giant's going to probably go to him. You can see that it kind of looks like that. Gorgain runs right up to this fucking thing right here. On a 13. So it's about 120 foot across. So that's just 60 feet to there. So he makes it easily. Tatalda puts a ball of darkness right here. Okay?
Okay. Love being innate magic. Magically innate.
Magically.
Innate.
Innate magic.
Magically.
Heavy.
Blood?
Yeah.
She got magic in her
Something
blood.
like that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So it's going to be 15 feet in circumference. And it's, it won't cover you guys. She puts it like kind of in front like that.
Okay.
So basically it blocks you guys from being seen. So that's 13. So Gordon will reach this giant, and this thing looks like it's kind of coming around to go after Gorgain. Gordon will reach that giant. 1 second. The giant's running at him full speed with the two-handed axe, and he kind of smiles, and then you see him just stop. He drops his weapon and starts holding his head, kind of going in circles, and Gordon's still running towards him. As he gets close to him, you see Gordon pick up the double-bladed axe, pick it up and do a swing, and toss it back where Gorgain is, towards Gorgain.
Nice. That's beautiful.
And he does, and it will land right next to Gorgain. Hold on. So his movement, he has more movement left. At that point, he'll turn and go back to Gorgain. Meanwhile, Gorgain's ripping doors off. He rips the first one off and doesn't find anything. And then he comes around this way as this thing was coming towards him. And he rips the door off the backside closest to them. And he goes, "Equipment!" And then he grabs the axe. And he stands right next to Gordon. So the two gladiators had gone kind of over here to cheer the crowd up. So they're standing right next to each other. So 9, yeah, 9, 0, sorry.
Make my way forward towards the center.
So you're just gonna go around this, or?
Yeah.
All right, you can make it to right here.
Okay.
You look in there, you see all kinds of equipment in this room that's inside of this. There's like a room in there, and it's full of equipment. There's bows, arrows, spears, long swords, axes, polearms, nets, shields. You see over in the corner a few wands thrown with a staff and a spell book. And then you see a statue sitting off to the left that looks plain, like you can't make out what it's to. It's just, there's no impression of a face, no impression of a body, just an overall outside of a body, like a statue on a pedestal sitting there. What do you do?
Is there a kukri?
Yeah, there's a pile of them over there. You see like 5 or 6 just sitting there. You'll have to go in there to get them, though.
I'm scared of traps. I'm like scared. Fuck. Yeah. I guess I'll step in.
Okay, and you get them?
Yeah, I'll grab a kukri.
As you step in, you can see the door across from you looking back towards the darkness, and you see a serpent tail go around that door, like around that corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna get stuck in here with that thing.
Well, you think it's going towards Gordon and Gorgain?
Yeah, I'll grab the bow and arrow,
Okay.
and arrows, and then
And the kukris?
and the
So-
kukris. And I wanted to get something for Lily, but
How-
I need to get that bow and arrow.
How many tacks do you get?
Attacks?
Yeah.
Quivers?
How many
attacks?
actions?
Oh, how many attacks? I thought you said
How many
attacks.
actions you got?
I was like, what? 5 every 2.
Okay. So, you can pick up the
3.
kukris. I'll let them be 1 action. You can pick 1 up or 2.
2.
2. And then, what are you going to get next?
Bow and arrow. Bow and arrows.
That'll be the second action. So you can use an action to pick up 1 more thing, or you can sacrifice an attack for it. So you can pick up one more thing right now if you want to get anything else. You can pick up one more thing, go the rest of your movement rate, but you had, or attack.
I want to grab that staff for Lily, but I'm scared to touch it because I'm not a mage. Just so you know, that's why I'd be scared to wing it. Yeah, I'll go back out and...
So you're not going to get the bow... Oh, you got the bow and arrow?
I got the bow and arrow. And
so you're going to save an action and not grab...
I am.
Okay.
And
go back out?
Go back out and give the bow and arrow to Gordon.
All right. When you come back out and you hand it to him, he's kind of waiting for you. He like takes it from you, real quick draws and just starts shooting at this thing coming at him and Gorgain. Gorgain will go and engage it. They still have initiative.
It's not magical or anything, is it? No pluses?
No.
Right?
No.
So it's just my strength.
Boom. Okay.
Is a normal kukri 1d6?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes. So yeah, he gets one more, or no, he only got two more. So he hits twice and does damage to this thing. It kind of screeches and kind of goes this way a little bit, and Gorgain goes after it and attacks it. It has, like I told you, 6 arms and a shield. When he goes towards it, it spins to face him, so its back isn't to him. And he swings. He's not raged yet. He starts chopping into her. She's screaming as he's chopping into her. Okay. And then Gordon put 2 arrows in her as well. She looks hurt, but she's not dead, and Gorgain hit her 4 times.
I'll attack.
Okay. Hello?
12.
Okay. Let's see. You miss. I think. Yeah, you're gonna miss.
Miss? Okay, I have 2 more attacks. $14.
Miss.
$20. Not natural.
That'll hit.
Dirty 20.
Roll damage.
$17.
Okay.
Plus 1 from the range.
It's not. It's different. So we're doing 21.
That will kill it. No, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't. My bad. It looks hurt. It looks really hurt. You chop some of its scales off and its tail's barely hanging on at the tip of it. One of her arms is just mutilated by Gorgain. She's got 2 arrows in her chest. And you see this serpent-like tongue coming out of her mouth, and she's got this green blood that kind of comes out of her mouth, and her hair is in front of her face. She's like with her head down, kind of like that. So is that all your attacks?
Yes.
All right. Mal. Told it did that. Mal. Yeah. He does this.
Setting up for backstab. He's like, I ain't going out there.
He goes into the darkness, Mal does, and hides in there. Tatalda moves in with him. Lily, you're standing there by yourself. 6, So on a 6. Giant makes it to here. This thing attacks Gorgain. And save. Damn it. Gorga takes 2 hits from this thing, and it cuts him, and he will start to go into rage for next round. She hurts him. Okay, and Zira, roll a even-sided die. Any die. You high, Gordon low.
1 on a 6-sided.
Gordon. He's going to attack Gordon. The giant. Okay. He swings down and just knocks the shit out of Gordon. But when it happens, Miranda is touching him. She comes out of Gordon's head like, and just goes and touches the arm that the giant is hitting him with. And you see the giant just shrivel. Kind of stumbles away. He's gotten so much older than he was. He looks old and decrepit. He starts to try to hobble away from you guys in this direction. The bug thing makes a beeline towards you guys. And Vorsal engages it with surprise.
Yes, she's on our side. Yes. What the fuck is she doing in here? She came to help us. She knew somehow.
She kills it. She assassinates it. It dies.
Nice. Hell yeah.
When she does that, these 2 gladiators turn and look at her like, you bitch. And they just kind of hold their heads down and slowly start walking towards her. She turns to face them. 6, 5, 4, 3. Lily.
I'm right. I'm gonna haul ass to that room where the weapons are.
Okay. Like I told her, that's what you see.
Does True Sight show anything else?
There's nothing magical in the room but the 3 wands and the book. Nothing else in the room is magical.
Can I tell what school or what? What are they?
You'll have to pick them up to know exactly what they are, but...
Okay. I'll pick up the staff.
Or actually, you have to get really close to know exactly what they are, but... give me just a second and I will tell you. So, alteration magic. Abjuration. Necromantic. And then the staff is alteration. So alteration, abjuration, and necromantic. So you're gonna pick up the staff?
Yeah.
It's a staff of lightning.
Nice.
I'm gonna pick up the
Abjuration? I don't even know what that is. Neat.
Well, it could be like protection type spells.
Okay.
And various others. You're gonna pick up the abjuration?
Yeah.
It's got a spell in it, protection from fire.
Oh.
And the wand has 3 charges, so it can be used 3 times on 3 different individuals.
Okay. How many actions is that?
2.
Is that 1 action, movement, and 3 attacks?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna pick up the other one, the
Okay.
necromantic one.
All right.
It's my 3rd action.
Okay. You realize it's healing. You're you can't cast it, whatever it is. It's some sort of clerical spell.
Okay.
Yeah,
The Zira can.
maybe.
That works.
It's not for you, it's for a cleric.
Right.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hurt you though. So that was your 3 actions. What, you gonna stay in this room or are you gonna
Fuck no.
leave? Okay.
Does the staff have charges? Do I know?
Yes. 11 has 11 charges.
Okay. I'm going to go back out.
You come back out and you see Vorsal in front of you. She's got her back to you, and then you see these 2 gladiators coming in at a steady pace towards her, walking, not running, walking. Right here, you see that dead bug-like creature bleeding out from the back, and then you see the half-giant kind of moving away, decrepit and old, and then this thing is just standing its ground with the 3 of them. It looks extremely wounded.
I'm going to use my first attack on the male gladiator going towards Vorsal
Okay.
with the Staff of Lightning.
Okay. Roll 66.
6d6?
Yep.
Okay.
That's how much damage you do. I know, it's not your damage, it's staff's.
$23.
So half, you save for half, so 12. You hit him with a lightning bolt. When you strike out, he kind of holds his weapon up and it hits the weapon and shocks him. And then he just kind of flicks it off and then he looks at you like, okay. And then he turns to Vorsal and looks at the other person, the girl next to him, and she nods like this and keeps going to Vorsal. And he starts to shoot off toward your direction.
So I get 3 attacks around.
Yep. As he does that, Vorsal is going to step between you guys. And she and the 2 of them will reach range to attack one another. It's still your attack. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah. Whatever one is furthest away from her. Is it the female now?
Yeah.
I'll hit her.
With a lightning bolt?
Yep.
So you can't.
Oh.
Look,
Oh.
if you want to, you're going to have to step out. She's out of your line of sight.
Okay. I'll do that.
All right. So your movement rate's basically from here to here is 120 feet all the way, you know. So you've gone there and then to there.
Okay.
All right. You shoot her with a lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Okay. Damage. Mark off charges. You should have
I did.
9 though. That's good.
damage?
She does the same thing. And you notice that when you go to fire the lightning bolt, that the two of them kind of pick up speed, and you I mean, it's much faster than what they were moving. They were just walking. Now they're running. And she deflects your lightning bolt into Volskarr by going really close to her and shoving it into her. Like she parries it almost into Volskarr and hits Volskarr with some of that damage. And Volskarr just kind of doesn't really hurt her, but the other gladiator engages with her when that happens. And now the female is coming at you. So what are you gonna do?
I have one action left.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up and animate dead on that bug creature.
Okay. Zero walks up and touches this bug creature, and it comes to life as a zombie. It starts to, and you have control of it.
Nice.
So you do that from the hand, so it's almost instantaneous. It's 2 segments.
Okay.
So it'll go on a 1 initiative when it'll be ready.
Okay, cool.
But we'll be re-rolling the next segment.
Sweet. Does it have the same initiative as me, or do I need
Yeah.
to roll a separate
No,
initiative?
no, it'll have the same initiative as you.
Okay.
One moment. Now, as all these things are happening, it happens pretty quick initially. The crowd, is like, ah, ooh. And then when Volskarr does that, they're like, oh, like, they're, and then clapping, like incredible amounts of excitement that she betrayed them. They really liked that for some reason.
Us too.
I bet.
She didn't betray them. She was ours first.
Yeah.
Them bitches.
Them fucking bitches.
Right. So you do that, and they engage. You have no more attacks left, right?
I do. I have 1 attack and movement.
So she's on top of you, and she had initiative on you, so she's going to swing and hit you first before you can do anything.
Okay, I'm gonna use my tumbling.
Now you can. I mean, she closes in on you quick. You can try to run, but you'll be putting your back to her.
No, I'll just use tumbling
Okay.
to go towards Gorgain and up my armor class. It'll
deck.
take me to a 3.
Like when you tumble over there where Gorgain is, and I need you to make a saving throw versus paralyzation.
Okay.
Like from before, you feel something watching you.
Okay. So I still get my area X plus?
Yes. This last time it was at a negative.
Mm-hmm.
But you had bonuses, which you still do. So it's a -6, not a -10, because you're half.
Okay. So 8 plus 6, 14?
14 or above.
No.
This has nothing to do with what's going on in the arena.
No. Yeah.
This has to do with the great evil, and you feel it look at you again, and you feel like you're a lot closer, like it is really close to you. In the mountain right next to you, you feel it. And this time is more overwhelming than it was last time. And you kind of feel paralyzed for just a moment as she swings and hits you for a natural 20, which wakes you up really quick and gets you back into the game. But you're going to be at a -2 on everything again and a -10%.
Okay. And then what was the damage?
The damage was, so I did, see, it was 33 plus 11. 43, or 44, sorry. 44 hit points.
Damn.
She only hit you twice out of the 5. She had some terrible rolls other than natural 20. So she hits you, and then he attacks Volskarr, who's already attacked. He does some damage to Vorsal. Ones, right? And you are right here now, next to Gorgain.
On a 1 is when that thing will come back.
It stands up next to you on a 1.
Nice.
And then new initiative.
That's more like it. Thank you.
10s or above.
12.
All right. What did you get?
12. Oh.
0?
7.
All right. Lily break. 8.
7.
Gorgain goes before you. And he engages her. And he's in a rage.
Nice.
He attacks her 10 times.
Nice.
And he hits 3 of those times because 2 of the time he hit 5. 2 of the times when he hits her, she parries it and then cuts him. And he does it again and she parries him and cuts him. And it just pisses him off. You can feel the rage and you can hear him screaming at her. You know he's in full-blown rage right now. He damages her, but she damages him also. Your turn, Lily. And it wasn't her attack. She was just parrying.
I'm gonna stay where I am behind Gorgain, but up just a little so that I can see her. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, well,
Nothing.
the green one's dead, right?
No.
But close.
Yeah.
Orange
And
one's been
is
aged.
running away.
Yeah. The orange one's been aged and is running away. The green one was almost dead.
Okay.
That black one is Zira now has animated.
Oh, I have an idea.
What?
I'm gonna go back in that room.
Okay. So you start coming up here, you start to go off to the side, decide not to, and go into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around for a dagger.
Yeah, here's the dagger.
Yeah. Can anybody see me in here from the outside?
No, it's easy to hide in here.
Okay, so I'm gonna put myself where nobody can see me,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go improved invisibility.
With the hat?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm going to set up to backstab
Okay.
her.
Her?
Mm-hmm.
So, are you going to peek out to look and watch and wait, or what?
I have to.
You can go out the back side here if you want, also.
I have to stay hidden for the whole round, right?
You do, which you're, well, no, you're invisible. That changes everything.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
she's
invisible.
never done it this way before.
Yeah, it's invisible. You're invisible, so you could like walk behind her. You know, you can.
Yeah. I want to go behind her and try and get a backstab.
Okay.
I haven't done this in a long time.
You get +4 to hit for surprise.
+5 to hit times 5 damage.
Oh, it did go down 2 levels, so I don't know if that still applies.
Yeah.
You went down
It
to
does.
the C?
Yeah.
It's 17th level.
Yeah.
So I'm... No, I did not lose thief levels, so it's the same.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Go ahead. I'll tell you what you need. Hold on. You're striking as a thief, right?
Mm-hmm.
For backstab, I'm sorry. I think I already told you. Oh, no, you haven't attacked her yet, have you?
Mm-mm.
Level, so it's going to take you a 20.
I need a natural.
So minus your 5 to hit, it takes you a 15.
Natural 20!
Natural 20.
Natural 20 with times 5 damage.
All right, roll
Get her,
damage.
Lily! And the normal dagger is 4 or 6?
4.
4.
Oh.
What's your damage bonus? Like
Times 5.
no,
Times 5.
your no strength damage.
None.
5 hit points.
Yeah. Fucking bitch. That does not seem right.
All right. That ends your attack. That's all you can do when you do a backstab.
Yeah.
So she just kind of does that and doesn't even bother with you. Like it doesn't bother her. She doesn't go to attack you. She's still dealing with Gorgain in front of her.
Mm-hmm. And I can move, use my movement to get
So-
stuck away from her.
You can try if you'd like to.
You can try. I'm still invisible, right?
You are. She'll have the option to attack you if she knows you're there.
Attack of opportunity.
So you are invisible, so you can try to take a gamble and do that, but you're going to be harder to hit. Your AC is going to be four less right now. So
Yeah,
instead of 3 with tumbling, it'd be like -1
Yeah.
or 0.
I'm not gonna turn around and run, but I'm gonna back away
Be 0.
from her.
All right. She doesn't come after you. You can tell she knew you were there. Obviously, you hit her. She knew you were there, but she doesn't seem to mess with you. It is her attack, and the other one as well. Both of them are going to attack now.
That is the most disappointing natural 20 I've ever rolled.
If you'd had your weapon, it would have been different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. And he hits Borsal 4 times. She hits Gorgain 5 times. All right. He forces Borsal into the undead as he's going around her, still facing her. he keeps his back towards Gorgain as he's moving towards her. She comes and attacks Gorgain and does the same, and they put their backs together right here. And she fucks Gorgain up. He's bleeding all over. She's hit him 7 times so far, and the Volskarr is wounded as well. Pieces of her armor are hanging off, and she just hits up against the undead as he kind of passes her, and then she's like turning towards where he's at. But it kind of threw her off balance, basically, enabled him to back away from her. But she's seriously hurt. That's 10s, 9s.
Sorry, I still have actions and movement. Can I use them really quick?
Yeah.
I want to go behind Gorgain Azira and give her that wand. I can't take it to my initiative. Right.
Okay.
She's there though. This is for healing.
9. Volskarr engages him again. Zira, you have a 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 23 hit points, Zira. Volskarr just goes at him and starts attacking him, and he just parries her weapon right into your hip, and it cuts the side of your hip. Volskarr cuts you, and she's like, "Ah." And then she swings at him again, and he parries it again, and then attacks her and does damage to her. At that point, she backs away limping. Volskarr does. She looks hurt. She backs away to about, actually she would go back behind this undead is where she goes, kind of with you guys, cussing. Gorgain doesn't go anywhere. He stays right there on top of her, but he is bleeding very, very badly. 8s. Break. 6 for Mal and 1 for her. Okay. Mal gets a backstab. He comes out of the shadows, and she's got her back to him, looking at Gordon.
Nice.
He gets a backstab, and he waited that round. And that will hit. And it's going to be with a punch. That's all he has. That will kill it. He punches it and kills it. I'll be damned. Nice done, though. That puts him there. Oh wait, no, Lily. You're. That's all you can. No, I'll give you that movement. Never mind. My bad. Mal will move in here after that. 7s.
Right here.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, she can't go. He killed her. So 7s. That's you.
I will have this undead attack this guy right here, the gladiator,
Okay.
and then
The male.
yeah, take the wand. So it's one action. Shit. Take the one from Lily.
Okay. Cure critical wounds is what it is.
Nice.
And since it's in your hands, you can cause critical wounds with it.
Did you say I could sacrifice an attack for an action?
It's in a cone, by the way. In front of you.
Oh, it's like area of effect?
Yeah, it's an area of effect.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Okay, so I can't just walk up and hit Gorgain with it.
No, it will get them too.
Okay, so she'll have that undead attack them, take the one from Lily, and then she's gonna go over here and animate that one.
Okay. From the hand, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. Don't look at me like that.
Me?
Yeah.
Look at me.
This serpent creature turns into a fucking undead. Yeah.
That's all I can do this round.
Okay. He's trying to get out. He comes to this door. He's trying to get out is what he's doing, that giant. They've attacked and moved. Everybody's gone except for Tatalda. Yeah. She will move to the center where Mal is. Okay, and then Gordon's gonna shoot at these guys by moving this way. Actually, no, he's just gonna hunt this thing down. He's just gonna fire from where he's at this half giant. He just plugs it with 4 arrows. It screams out. Oh, they hit him in the back and all over him. He just screams out. Ah, ah. He just looks too old to really do much. He will move over here to this corner. And that's him. Okay. That will be it. New round. All right, 14's Borsal. She's gonna heal herself. She lays on hands.
Nice.
Heals herself a little bit. So 13, 12, 11.
11.
Break. 5.
10.
You go first.
Have this undead that I just animated come over here and attack them as well.
Okay, I'll do that first. Actually, you did that last round, right?
I animated it last round, yeah. I'm commanding it this round.
All right, so send it over here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. She hits her once, but she parries it into Gorgain, and Gorgain drops to the ground on his knees. When it hits him, he just drops like, oh, and you see him, he's just kind of like, and he's bleeding all over.
Can I position the cone to where it'll just hit him?
Just hit Gorgain?
Yeah.
From here?
No, like if I were to come over here.
No, no. Well, you don't know. You're not exactly sure. You know what I mean? You know that if you got on this side and shot it towards him, only he would get it. You could try get close right here. Maybe if you got like right here, you might be able to.
Yeah, I'll try to do that. It's better than him dying.
And you know, shoot it out this way. Yeah. Okay.
3d8, right?
Yep.
14. 3d8 plus 3, actually, right?
It heals him, but he doesn't get up. You look at his leg, and it looks like he's got a vicious-looking cut on the back of his knee.
How many charges?
Like
does
there's
this
some
thing have?
damage. Like as a priest, as a cleric, you would know
Oh,
there's
restoration.
something has happened to his leg.
Okay. Shit. Yeah, I don't have that spell. I don't have spells right now. I think I did. How many charges does that wand have? Sorry.
3.
Okay. No, it's 2.
Yeah. All right. It's still you.
Me?
Yeah. What initiative you on?
11.
You actually broke with someone.
Yeah.
And he's climbing, jumping and trying to climb out. He actually gets a hold of the railing that's some 20 feet up. He's able to grab a hold of it and he starts to climb out. The giant, half giant, starts to climb out of the arena. As he gets on the edge where the railing is and he hoists himself up over the top of it, he hits that invisible barrier with his head and you see him just go... and just fall backwards all 25 feet down to the ground and hit the sand. Smoking.
Hey.
And he's smoking. That's all that goes on a 10. She's gonna stay back. Yeah, she's gonna stay back. She's gonna go behind this over here and kind of stay back.
Yeah.
9. You could go on a 10 too, I think.
I was out.
You're out?
Yep.
Lily's out, right?
No, I haven't gone yet. My initiative is 7.
Oh, yours is 7. I'm sorry, I didn't write that down. My bad.
It's okay.
So you were 12. 9, 8. You had these things attack them, right?
I did.
I think I already rolled that, didn't I?
I don't know.
When was your initiative?
11.
Yeah, I didn't roll that. Did you get, you didn't get hit this round?
No.
That.
Is Gorgain still berserked?
Yes.
Oh shit.
This thing moves to here and attacks them, and it does not hit her at all. It attacks her. It doesn't hit her at all. She's able to stay away from it. And then that thing's going to try to attack him. Lily, he does parry a blow that hits the ground next to you. It doesn't hit you though. From this undead creature, this zombie. Okay. A whole, so go ahead, Lily, on a 7.
I'm still invisible, yeah?
Yeah. It's going to be pretty hard to backstab them right now because they have their backs together.
Yeah. I'm going to try to cross your fingers. Uh-oh. I told her cross your fingers. I'm going to try to use my hat
Okay.
to change into a fire giant.
Okay. You do. You have 212 hit points. You don't go as big as a fire giant would be.
Mm-hmm.
You can strike as a 10th level fighter right now.
Okay.
No specialization or anything like that. If you backstab, you can't do that. No one sees you do this though. And you're really strong.
So how tall am I?
Let's see, you are going to be not quite as tall as the fire giant.
Because I'm so little.
Yeah, no, you can. You can be 12 feet. You're 12 feet tall.
Want to attack the female? Sorry.
Go ahead. What? Go ahead.
So I just want to attack the female that's on Gorgain.
Okay.
I don't know anything about being a 10th level fighter, so.
So you're going to have a +5 to hit.
Okay.
Added on to your area axe.
Okay. So
So 6. 6 to hit.
Okay.
And you're swinging with what?
Hand, foot.
Just your fist or whatever. Okay.
Crush him!
Roll 20.
Son of a whore.
1.
Yeah.
So, you're attacking her.
Yeah.
She parries it into Gorgain,
Of course she is.
and you fumble. So roll percentile dice for me.
92.
Okay.
I know it ends my attacks, but do I have movement or action, or
No.
am I just done?
You're just done. Roll damage.
Combined.
So I got it actually. So it's roll 2 10s for me.
I'm buying all new dice. Think I'm playing. I ain't playing. 9.
It's not within reach.
2 10-siders. 9 total.
You clobber Gorgain and knock him to the ground, and he's heavy labor breathing, and he's not getting up. He's like, you see blood like come up out of his mouth. You think he's probably out of rage currently from that hit. And that ends your attack, so you're right here. What initiative was that, Lily?
Can I move behind Gorgain?
No.
I can't do nothing.
You can't.
I can't do nothing.
That was on a what?
That was on a 7.
Okay. Hmm. They hammer into Gorgain and cut him to pieces. His arm is taken off, his head is partially taken off, his body's cut partially in half. And when they do it, they just look at you guys and they kind of just do it like they'll just look at you, hold his arm up and they just chop it off. Like they make you watch what they're doing, the two of these gladiators do. They use all their attacks on him, even though he was already dead after the first hit. He's in pieces. At that point, you hear "No!" from Gordon, and he fires 4 arrows at the female. And these arrows have ghost arrows attached to them. He hits her 4 times. And she parries the first, she parries the second. Does not parry the third, and does not parry the fourth. So 1, 2. Zira.
Yeah.
When she parries, by the way,
It hits me.
the 2 arrows hit you, normal arrows, but the ghost arrows, she doesn't parry. She's not able to parry those, so they actually hit her. But you get hit twice for 41. She takes the arrows and she's still standing, but she's bleeding. Pretty bad. They're able, when they go after Gorgain, to go through that hole together and take their movement rate. Actually, they take their movement rate this way. And Tatalda will engage them. Yes. They parry her blow as she swings at them, almost like a little kid swinging at them, and they go into the darkness. Anybody left on initiative? She is. She comes straight to you guys in her armor, and she's a little hurt. You can see she's heavy breathing, and she pulls out a ring and holds it in her hand. She's like, "This is all I could get in. One of you may leave. I will stay." And she holds the ring out. Does anybody have an action left?
No.
No. New initiative.
All new dice. You're all getting burned.
Gordon will also take his movement to get to you guys, and he's got an action left. And he'll take the ring from her.
Mm-hmm. Good, somebody needs to freaking get out and give us some goddamn help. Shit.
Tatalda, when he takes it, she looks at him and she's like, "You'll have to wait till you're in the prison cell." And he nods. So yeah, new initiatives. Let's start off.
30.
All right. 10s and above.
I got a 4 and she got a 3.
Mm.
We're not about to die, are we? We might be about to die.
Tatalda has a 13. She dispels the darkness so that they can be seen. And then, you know, they just face you guys. They, on a 10, will move over here to put their backs against the wall. Actually, they can move to the corner. That's what they'll do. They'll move to the corner right here. Gordon will fire again. She parries every single one of them, but the ghost arrows hit her. She drops to the ground dead.
Good. Fucking bitch. Kill Gorgain. We'll get him. We'll get him back.
Okay. Mal comes out with a book and he says, I think you can use this, Lily. And he's got a cloak wrapped around it. He hands you the cloak. You see he's wearing dusty old raggedy looking clothes that he's thrown over himself. He tells you that there's more cloaks in there. Tells you guys that.
Is it? I look at it with my true sight. Is it magical?
Yeah. Yeah, the book was magical. Yeah.
The cloak.
No, the cloak's not magical. He just says, I think you can use this. And the book is wrapped up in the cloak.
Oh.
So it can't be seen, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I have a 3.
What's your initiative? 4?
4.
Gordon steps down and starts putting Gorgain's body parts kind of in a pile together, and his hands start glowing, and you see him concentrating, and he starts to heal Gorgain's body. It's healing up. You never seen him do this before?
No.
None of us have ever gotten fucking chopped up like that before.
No. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Actually, yeah, that's what he's doing. It's Sonic stuff, so he can still do it as an action right now. And Mal's like, what are we going to do? He says that. We'll go down to your initiatives because nobody's really doing anything right now. Tatalda kind of walks around here. The crowd's like, woo, woo, woo. And you all are kind of gathered together. And the last gladiator standing in the corner, they're like booing him. Not you guys, but they're booing him.
Send my undead after him.
Okay. And they start going. They will engage. All right, he chops them both down with parries.
They're dead?
They're dead.
Okay, that was worth a shot though.
He chops them down with parries by parrying their attacks into each other.
Yeah.
In that corner where he's at. So yeah. What now?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No.
Until we decide.
On a 3, I'll open the book.
Okay. It's a spell book. It's almost every wizard spell from 1st to 6th level in here. You could cast them like scrolls. You're looking at, you're like, you see the first one you see is Magic Missile. It's the right on the cover. It's the first one.
I think I can't find the players. Sorry.
You think they might be booing Volskarr too?
Mm-hmm.
She will have moved over that way too. She starts walking that way slowly, like, you know. She'll take her helmet off too. She throws it to the ground. Her gray hair comes out, and you see her just show her fangs and completely vamp out. She screams at him like that. He's like, just kind of spins his blades and waits for her. She starts to fly that way, and they engage. He cannot parry a natural 20.
Yes.
She hits with their fangs with a natural 20. And drains him.
Magic Missile won't reach him.
Yep, it will.
Or will it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't it?
Well, it says 6 foot plus 1 foot per 1 foot per level.
6 yards, right? Is it 6 2 slashed?
Oh, it is.
So
So
6
6 yards.
Put
Okay,
1 yard per
sorry.
level.
Okay. She's got him though, right?
She hits him with a natural 20 and drains him and does damage to him, and she's sunk into him, but he's still moving.
I'll aim at him.
Okay. What level are you?
Read it. Magic Missile. Currently,
Yeah.
17.
So roll a d4 and take it times 17, or roll 17 d4, however you want to do it.
I don't like these dice anymore.
Here, assholes. I don't use that one for any characters.
Tell me what your damage
3
is.
times 17.
Yeah.
These are the ones I have that I don't use for other characters.
So it does damage to him. They hit him in the chest and arm. He's still alive.
51.
Yeah, 51. He smoked 51 points of damage.
And that takes...
He actually took all of it. He didn't save. He rolled a 2, so he didn't save.
Nice.
But he takes it all, but he's still standing.
So that only takes 1 segment.
Yes.
And I burned it.
Yep, it burns out of the
Gone.
book.
Okay. One second. It's a whole different deal with, you know, just one.
He will go ahead and attack her. He takes her body by her hips and just kind of deadlifts her up in the air. She's holding onto his neck, and he rips her out of his neck, and you see blood trailing out of his throat, and then he just takes her and slams her to the ground, and she doesn't move. When she hits the ground, she doesn't move, and then you see a little mist start to appear inside the armor. He kind of stumbles back away a little bit, and you see he holds his neck and blood's just shooting everywhere. And he just looks over at you and he goes,
Okay, so Conjuration Summoning,
okay,
Death Spell,
all right.
walk up within range.
Okay, you'll walk up to right about here. You see the mist where Volskarr was, kind of just hovering over her armor. He's standing there, blood shooting out of his neck. And he just goes like this. When you walk up, he just goes, just lets go of it and holds his weapons out like this and smiles at you with blood. And he casts a death spell. He gets no save. He has no magic resistance. He drops dead. The crowd goes crazy.
Oh, change back into myself.
Okay. Gordon,
Are you still invisible?
Yeah. Gordon, as soon as he dies, the thing in the center goes down and all the weapons and everything you guys have disappear. The book, the cloaks, clothing, Val goes back in here. You no longer have weapons on you. Gordon is laying over Gorgain's body and you can see he's still trying to put it back together. He's not completely through. The crowd's going crazy, just going nuts. The Sphinx kind of moves forward and in a lion-like voice,
We have new champions!
and the crowd goes crazy.
I'll run back over to Gorgain.
Okay. You see Gordon, the last few pieces of him start to go back together. And he's just laying there, still, not awake.
I'm going to drop to my knees and
Okay.
start praying to Ariax.
Okay. What are you praying for?
Please give him back to me. Please give him back to me. Really?
Yeah! You notice in the crowd, in a couple places, you know, because everything kind of goes silent after they do that and he starts to speak, they all kind of go silent. He stops and looks down at you when you say that. Please give him back to me. Please give him back to me. And it kind of echoes through the place. You see a few females here and there start to stand up and they kind of look around the crowd at each other. And they start to move together, these girls. And the crowd's kind of watching and you're still praying. Gordon kind of opens his eyes and then you see him just kind of unconscious, like he goes out.
I'll try to catch him.
You catch him, he's completely unconscious.
Oh, shit.
He's awake, or he's alive, but he's unconscious.
Goodness.
They kind of gather together and they look over at the Sultan, who's now beginning to stand up, and he steps forward and kind of looks over at them and goes, and you see him kind of look at him and nod. Then they all kind of start to hold hands together. You're still praying. He goes like that up to the crowd, and you see them all kind of cheer. Some of them are going, no, no, he's a thief, he died, he's a thief. It's proven he did not survive. He kind of is holding his, and then others are like, let him live, let him live, let him live. You see the girls start to scream, in the name of love, let him live, let him live. And he just kind of looks at the girls and then looks around the crowd and starts judging the crowd. At that point, you see a top hat behind him come walking up. And you see Dr. Levitt, and he just kind of leans forward to look over his shoulder like this, and then he looks at him and says something, and he just looks at Dr. Levitt and he's like, and he goes thumbs up, and the crowd's like, ah, mixed emotions. He nods at them, and then you see them come down, and they go through a doorway in the Colosseum and disappear. You're still left there. At this point, all 4 doors are open, and you feel your guys locked in place again. Like if you're laying down or sitting to crouch down like you were, you immediately stand
I
up.
can't hold Gordon up anymore.
And you drop Gordon, and he falls to the ground, Actually, no, he would stay standing. When you do that, he stays like this, unconscious. And you're all like that, and you can't move. You can move your eyes around, but that's it. Guards start to come in, and they surround you guys. And then there's a pause and a wait, and these women come in, and they look over at you guys. They're all dark-skinned. Their faces are all covered in turbans. You can't see anything but their eyes. And so they come up and just start looking over at you guys. And one of them steps forward and she does this, like to make people move. And you guys can't move, so she stops for a second. Then she kind of goes like that, and you see the guards come over and pick you guys up and move you out of the way. You can't move. And they circle around Gorgain, and they cast a spell. And he opens his eyes. As soon as he opens his eyes, his body goes stiff and he stands back up, locked in place. And he's like, and you see him go. And you see his eyes start to change, blood goes. And he goes into full rage and he's just standing there.
Can I talk?
Yeah, no, you can't talk. All you can do is look around. But he's like growling inside of his body. You can make noises from inside your body, maybe. You're like, and you can't talk.
Yeah. I try and get his attention, get him to look at me.
His back is to you. So no.
Okay.
But you can hear him growling. And then about that point, Gordon opens his eyes. He can't move either, so he's just sitting there. Then the Sultan says, "They have won. It has been decreed by you, the people." The priestesses start to move away from you guys, and they just leave again, and the guards open up for them. They had been given the test of justice on whether they would die on this cold, hard day. But they have lived, and now they may be put into slavery and live out the rest of their lives. Each of these champions will be for sale. The highest bidder will win. We will have the auction this evening. All those interested, please attend. Congratulations, gladiators. Take them to their prison. And they pick you guys up and start walking you, carrying you out of the arena. As soon as you get inside, you can move again, but you're standing on that magical pathway. And they look at you and they say, "Don't leave the path. To the cell."
I try to get to
Gorgain, when they come in, they don't release him. They just carry him. They don't release him. And they walk you guys back. They put him in the cell with the halfling. They don't know the halfling's in there. They put him in that cell and close the door, and he goes crazy trying to get out at the bars. He's just screaming
his name. I'll pull the thing out. His charm.
Yeah.
I'll make it come up off my chest.
Okay, from
my hat.
From the hat.
And I'll start yelling his name.
Okay.
Until he looks at me.
He looks at you with fucking rage and hate, and then sees it, and just you see his eyes go. Get in the cell. They kick you in there. You see Gore kind of growl again and look at them. He goes, "That's not necessary." He goes, "Shut up, or I'll do it again, or worse." You see Gore like, he turns and looks back at you, and then you see him concentrating on the anchor.
It's okay.
When you guys get in the cell, Gordon collapses in a corner. He just lays down. He's like, "My head, I'm so drained.
Over to him.
I'm drained. I need to sleep," he says. "I have to sleep. I gotta go to sleep." He lays down. See him close his eyes. They lock your cells. You guys are all there together.
I'll take the ring
Except
from
for
him.
Okay.
Is it on his finger?
No, it was in his hand. So when you go to look for it, like you don't find it, you don't see it.
God damn it.
You think you might have dropped it when he went unconscious.
Hmm.
You don't know what happens to divorcial arrests,
Mm-mm.
bodies, or anything. Tatalda's like, well, that went better than expected.
Did you guys see him?
She starts fumbling through clothing.
Did you see him?
Yes, I saw him. Dr. Levitt.
He was behind the Sultan.
Yes.
He whispered something in his ear right before the Sultan said that we could live.
He let us live.
He did.
Yes. Bastard. She starts putting on rotten clothing and covering herself up.
I'll cover myself up.
You start to get through the clothes and start covering yourself up.
Yeah, I'll do the same for Gordon. I'll put clothes on him.
Okay. It stinks bad, and you gotta pull bone and sinew and shit out of some of them, or find another one. It's just disgusting. You're not sure how healthy it's gonna be, whether there's any diseases.
I'm immune to disease.
Yeah, whether there's any diseases or anything on it.
Lily, don't give a fuck.
Get put on clothes?
No.
No? Okay. Guards kind of disperse, and you guys are able to communicate if you need to, you know.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
Why did they put Gorg in a different cell?
Maybe because he was raging?
They didn't want
They're
to.
worth money to them.
Yes, yes. You see Gorgain just start pacing in the cell that he's in. Then you see him stop and kind of go. He looks over and you see the halfling kind of standing there. He growls at the halfling and he kind of goes back in the corner. He's like, easy big guy, easy big guy. I know the way out. I know how to get out. Please don't hurt me.
Really?
And he goes, tell me. And he starts walking towards him. And the halfling's like, okay, oh yeah, we just gotta get out of the cells. We gotta get out of the cells. And then after we get out of the cells, we gotta go that way where the portal is, where the portal you came in. We can go to the portal you came in. There's other portals there too. We could go to those portals too. Up at the guards. The guards are gonna be a problem. And you go, Gorgain goes, no, they're not. Kill every fucking one of them. You will lead us. And he grabs him and picks him up and he's like, ah!
Is the cage magical?
He takes him over to the door by the cage and sets him down. You don't know. You haven't tested these cages or looked at them or done anything to them. You don't know.
I'll look down for like a bone or something.
Okay.
And try to throw it through the bars of the cage.
He goes through them. Tink, 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 off into the dirt. Gorg walks up to the bars and he's like...
Pretty strong.
And it starts to bend. And you see him take his body and he bends the bars open. And then he goes through them.
Can I try with this
The
one?
halfling's like, easy, be quiet, be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, you can try with your bend bars.
60%?
Okay.
17.
Zero walks up and grabs him, and you see her just flex her green pectoral muscles, and she's like, she just separates them. Gorgain kind of smiles at you when you do that.
What about these? They'll be able to control us if we don't get them off.
No. If you take it off, it will fuck you up.
Yeah?
Yeah, you have to take them all off at the same time. The others invoke when you take one off. All 5 would have to come off. Gorg goes, I could probably rip one off, but maybe 2. We'd have to do it together, and who knows? And Halfling goes, no. We go to the portals. When we go through the portals, these won't work anymore. Yeah, there's lots of guards. You guys gotta be quiet. He kind of looks around. He's like, they're gonna find me. You guys, we need to hurry.
So
Talda steps through where you bent
I'll
the
step
bars, and
through.
so does Mal. He gets
Actually,
out.
I'll go back. I'll pick up Gordon.
Okay.
Throw him over my shoulder.
He starts to wake up when you do. He's like, oh,
We gotta go.
what's going on?
We gotta go.
Okay. He gets up and you see Miranda pick him up. And he's like, he looks real weak.
if you guys could think of one item that would help us get out of here, what would it be?
That fucking ring I dropped, Gordon says.
That would only get one of us out.
Yeah.
And now we fucked up our jail cells, so we all have to go somehow.
Gorgain goes, hold on. And he walks back over to the bars that he bent and he tries to close them back so they don't look bent.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
Yep, 21.
You both do it. It's not exact. They kind of, they got a bend here and there. It doesn't look exact. And he kind of looks, his is worse than yours. Like, looks more bent than yours. He bent it too far. Looks like back in place. And then he tries again and tries to bend it back up. Bends it a little too far.
We need to go. I don't know, Lily.
The halfling says, this way. Follow me, he says.
Move silently.
Okay.
Are there any shadows to hide in?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
92%? You want me to roll it?
Yeah. He does
92%.
He does the same thing, and you kind of lose sight of him when he hits the shadows. You don't see him. He starts to go this way, and he just kind of disappears. Gorgo, slow down. We can't see you.
Got it for hiding shadows. Move silently. Got it.
Zira disappears. You can't see her or hear her.
Move silent. I don't think I'm ready.
Oh, I have infravision. Can I see the halfling with my infravision?
Mm.
No.
No.
No. It must be something to do with the mud and the dirt. You're not sure. But no, you can't see him. You see other people, you know what I mean? But no, you can't see him. About that point, he will pop out of a shadow and look at you guys. He goes, are you coming? Come on.
I'm going.
So you go with him. All right. Tatalda hits the shadows as well, and so does Mal. So now it's just Gordon kind of half-ass walking, Gorgain with a growl, and Lily. Yeah, Lily, you would have appeared too when those things invoked. You appeared. You weren't invisible anymore.
Right. I figured.
And you couldn't, you weren't disconnected from your hat, by the way. It just made you invisible for some reason. Okay. All right, you guys make your way following the halfling, and as you go, you see people in these cages up here. As you guys go down here, through these cages over here, you see that there are people. The halfling looks at you guys and he's like, we can't let them know. They'll make noise.
Yeah, just move silently.
Gorgain starts to move silently. It's dirt, so he can.
Nice.
Gordon can too. So it looks like everybody in the party has some kind of move silently. So you're going to try to silently move down this prison dirt hallway. Lily, you want to make your roll?
I did 76.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. Gorgain makes his, and of course, Gordon makes his. You guys can silently move past this first group and get to this edge down here, this corner down here. He takes you over here between these two cages and he squeezes in between them. There's no way, Zira, that you can squeeze between those two cages. You'll have to climb over them. Gorgain too, Gordon as well. Lily, you could fit through it.
I'll try to do it silently.
Okay.
Roll it.
Gordon says, we got company, hurry. We got company, hurry. And way down here at the end of this down here, you can see silhouettes of guards coming with dogs.
Shit.
The halfling's like,
Yeah,
hurry.
I got it.
Climb walls or
No,
move silently?
move silently.
Okay, now you can climb walls.
Yes.
Okay. You get over the top, get onto the top of them silently. Now you need to move down
Silently.
and climb walls, both.
Got that. Got that.
Okay. Lily, did you slip in?
I'm gonna wait until everybody else gets over, just because it like.
Gordon just walks up to the bars and just goes right through them. You see him turn to a ghost-like state and just passes right through them, and then on the other side, dizzy, he kind of puts his hand up on the cage for a second.
She'll help them if she can.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide in shadows.
Tatalda can fit through, and Mal will have to climb and hide and move silently. Okay, you're gonna what?
Hide in shadows. Got it.
Where at?
Right at the edge. I'm just waiting for everybody to get over and keeping an eye on the guards that are coming.
It's gonna be a bit before they get here, but yeah, you got your eye on them. Everybody gets over. You can slip in. Everybody was quiet enough. Everybody made their rolls.
All right enough. We did it.
He goes over and starts taking some stones off the wall. And you see he's kind of struggling, and
Zero help him.
you help
Send
him.
him down quietly.
All right, move silently when you move the stones.
Yes.
There's gonna be 4 of them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that was so close. That was so close. I got a 99, but I have a 109.
So,
That was
okay,
so
so you made them all.
close.
You're able to get it open. There is a light shining through when you get it open into a lit hallway. And the halfling goes through and he says, hurry, hurry.
Go through.
He goes in. Everybody slips through, and then Gorgain will reach through and start putting the rocks back. Or he would look at you.
I'll try, yeah.
Okay, go
Do it
ahead.
silently.
Yep.
Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Then I made that one. Shit.
Okay. You're able to put them back in place with no sound. The hallway that you guys are in is dead end where you're at to the right, and it goes about 100 feet and has a hallway at about 60 feet from you to the right, and at the end of that 100 feet is a door, and he tells you that's where we're going, that door. But there'll be guards up here. Guards up at the T, there'll be guards, he says. So you guys make your way that way, you get to that position and kind of peek around the corner, and there's no guards. It's just a hallway, and it looks like it goes down steps after about 25, 30 feet. And he sneaks by.
Move silently on shadows.
Okay. I'm going to say that you guys are able to make it to the end of the hallway to the door.
Okay.
Nice.
You have true sight on?
Yes.
The door is locked.
Mm.
No magic on it, though.
It's locked with no magic.
Lockpick kit.
I was fixing to say I'll look around. Lockpick kit?
You asked if we could have one thing, what would it be?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to waste that, but we need it.
The halfling kind of pulls out some thieves' tools. He's like,
Nice.
he turns back. He's like, there's going to be some guards on the other side of this door. I don't know. We'll have to open it and kill them or something.
Okay.
Okay, get ready. And he goes and puts the picks in. He does it silently until the very last click, and it goes click, and he shoves the door open and just kind of moves to the side out of the way, and Gorgain goes in running. Gordon kind of stays to the back. He doesn't go forward like he normally does.
Are there any guards?
So you come into the room, and there's a turquoise colored portal like you guys have seen before, but with your true sight, you see it's held, the portal's held. There's a table there with 2 guards, and when you see Gorgain come running in, the 2 guards are completely conked out of sleep in their chairs, and he just kind of slows down and stops, and they're like... Gordon just kind of slowly walks up there. No.
No.
He gets up behind one, and you see Tatalda look around, and she goes over to the hip of the other one.
I'll silently close the door.
All right. And she picks pocket and pulls a knife out of his holster.
Okay.
Out of his sheath.
Yeah, got it.
Thank goodness. And she kind of puts it around towards his neck like this and looks at Gorgain, and Gorgain goes... And he just snaps the guy's neck. Anything but a 1. Yeah. And then her, she does an assassination. Natural 20.
Nice.
She just goes, and he's like, and then she just slowly puts his head under the table and pulls the knife out. And you see her look at his body, and she takes the long sword out of his sheath.
I look at both of them to see if there's any magic items, like anything with like a knock spell. So I'm looking for a knock spell is what I'm looking for.
No, you don't see anything glowing magical. Like at first glance when you look at them, there's nothing. The portal's the only thing that's glowing. And you see a whole portal on it, it's being held.
Yeah, there's gotta be some way that they open this portal, right?
Evidently, they go back and forth.
I'll just start kind of...
Where does this portal go? And she looks at the halfling, and he's like, I don't know. I assumed it's the one you came through. She's like, you don't know. And he's like, no, anywhere's better than here, though, right? And she's like, we need the knock removed.
We need a knock spell.
We need the whole portal removed. Yes, we need the knock spell. Something that will unlock it. Gorgain's like, can we take his body? And he picks him up and just shove him through it till it breaks.
No. Give me just a second.
I could bash him into it till it just broke.
Okay. Shut up. Hey. I got something, but I will warn you guys, when I take this hat off, please don't let anything happen to me.
As you say that, you kind of hear a laugh behind you. You look back and you feel that the shadows on the wall move like tentacles for a second. You're like, and then it's normal. You turn back around
to try to dispel it.
You turn back around to talk to them, and you see the shadows on the wall behind you move. Tentacles on the wall, and you see them.
Yeah, like for real.
Yeah, they're still doing it. Like they don't disappear like that. They're still there.
Yeah.
Nobody else seems to notice it though.
Zero would say I can try to dispel it. I might be able to do it. Can I just do it on a whole portal and not on the portal itself?
Possibly.
Is that how that works?
I think Lily would know better than anyone how to drop a whole portal. Oh, well, I guess it's a pre-spell, so you would know.
Whoa. It's out of the hand.
Oh. You're gonna dispel magic out of the hand.
She doesn't want to. Like, if you looked at her, you could tell she's hesitant.
Okay.
But if we have no other option,
then... You can dispel it successfully. You know that. If you could, if your dispel works, depending on how high level the person was that cast it.
That's my worry. This is like a prison. But they didn't have any magic. in the cages.
About that point, you can hear dogs barking in the distance.
Okay. I'm gonna try it. Do it. I'm gonna try to dispel it. Do it. Percentile?
Yep.
Come on. 52?
Stays.
Fuck. I have 2
Gore
more
goes.
of those.
He's still got the body in his hand. He's like,
I'm gonna start looking over the bodies for a dagger.
all right. Which one? The one Gorg's holding or the other one?
I'll start with the other one.
The other one's the one Tatalda took the dagger off of.
So
the one Gorg's
holding.
You come over to the one Gorg's holding. You look around. You do see a longsword, but no dagger. He's got a couple bags on him as well. Might have coins or something in them. You're not sure.
I'll take the long sword
Okay.
and I'll look in the bags.
Okay, so you take the bags off of him. What?
I'll tell Tatalda to lock that door.
She looks back at it and points at the halfling. He's like, he goes over there and he closes it and puts the picks in, and you realize there's no lock, it's a key, so he has to use the picks to lock it, and he starts trying to lock it. You open the bag and you see a gem that's magical. When you look at it, it's magical, and it has a knock on it. It's permanent.
I got it. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So take it and walk up to the portal.
Okay. The whole portal goes off. It's an active gate now in front of you. Turquoise color.
Can you control
Kind of like
it?
pretty much the same exact color as the last portal you went through and became new.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to this. I don't want to step through another portal, but what are we gonna do? Can you control it, Billy?
No.
You try to go up and
Yeah.
connect with it. You can't. There's nothing happens. You realize
Like,
it's
not
fixed.
my gate.
Yeah.
It's not mine. It's somebody else's.
They're gonna know we went through it for sure. What other option do we have? There's dogs coming. We can either fight or go.
Gorgan goes, I'll fight. You hear some more barking, and this time it's pretty close, like maybe down the hallway where you guys came into the hallway at before the tea. You hear it down there, and you can hear running.
Oh my god.
Armor and shit.
We better go. We better go.
Everybody grab a weapon off these bodies.
Grab one.
So Tatalda has a longsword and a dagger. Each of them had a longsword, and only one of them had a dagger, and that's it.
Okay.
She'll hand Gorgain the longsword.
I'll take the other longsword.
He takes it.
If nobody else grabs it.
Lily got it.
You got it? Cool. Are we gonna fight? Really? We're really gonna fight?
Gorg kind of takes a couple steps away from the portal and just looks at the front door and just waits. He's like,
God damn it. I'm so scared to go through this. I can't even.
Tatalda looks at you guys and she goes, we will get caught again. I'm wondering why these are not being used. Maybe they don't know who it is yet.
Let's go. Let's go quickly.
You guys start to go through the portal. Tatalda will jump in. Mal will jump in. Gordon looks at you. He's like,
She'll grab his hand and go towards it.
okay.
Come on, Gorgain.
He backs
Grab
up.
his hand. Come
Okay.
on.
You go through. Right as you go through, Lily, you get shocked and you start to get stiff, but you fall forward through the portal, and Gorg, you see, he's like,
Try and grab
and
him.
you can't. The way that it all happens, he's still there. And you guys come through the other side, and you're in a meadow, a beautiful green meadow. The portal's still there. You're no longer being shocked. It happened, and then as soon as you went through the portal, it stopped.
Try to take the collars off.
Get off.
You can't. You're like, you know.
I'll try telepathy.
With
I
what?
guess. Oh, I don't want to do that.
With what? Mal just reaches back through the portal with his hand. He's like, he pulls Gorgain through, and Gorgain's like, You get knocked loose because you were shocked, so you let go of him, but he pulls him back through, and he's there with you guys, and the portal's still there. It's a green meadow with a beautiful stream running down it. You look up on the hill and you see this beautiful dark colored house, like made of like a black wood of some type with spires and stuff like that. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Off in the distance, you see it like about 12 or so black Arabian horses, beautiful black Arabian horses, all running together down the meadow. You look to your left and there's nothing but woods. Behind you, there's nothing but woods. This is out in the middle of nowhere. The portal is visible. You can see it, physically see it.
Out from in front of this portal. I can't pray without a holy symbol, can I?
No, you can't. Gordon goes, "What's the matter?"
I need a holy symbol.
He walks up to you and he leans forward. He's kind of dizzy, you know, but he leans forward and he goes, "It's love, right?"
Yeah.
And he kisses you and he goes, "Cast your spell." You feel the presence of your goddess when he kisses you, and you feel the love. You're like, it's like a holy symbol, like a temporary holy symbol. It's
That's amazing.
strange. Do you pray?
Yeah.
You get your spells.
Oh, that's badass. That is badass.
You get your
Fucking
spells, and when Gordon stops and he kind of turns and looks away from you, you can tell he still is not okay.
He's not okay.
He's barely keeping his eyes open. Like you think Miranda's forcing him to keep his eyes open.
I don't know what to do to help him.
Sleep, he says. I need to sleep. I need to
I
sleep.
need to get somewhere safe.
Or some kind of spell that will do it.
Hold on. You're gonna have to.
You rolled an O-5 on bringing him back when you prayed.
To area.
Yeah, you rolled an O-5. So,
So that was all her priestesses that responded.
It was.
Fucking awesome. That is epic.
Love is everywhere.
Epic.
And at this moment, it seems to be the answer. At that point, you hear a telepathic message from Tuffy. There you are! And you see a portal open. A dimensional fold, and he steps through.
Run.
Oh, come!
Go through it. Everybody, run.
You come into the temple of Ariax, and he closes it. Where have you been? And that's where we're gonna stop this evening.
Oh
what a
my
fucking
God.
game!
Woo!
Actually, just a quick addendum.
Oh, praise be to Ariax.
Just a quick,
praise.
just a quick addendum here. I'm gonna leave just a quick addendum at the end of this. I know I'm repeating myself. I just want to know how to say it. He goes, "Where have you been?" And you guys like, "Oh my God!" And he goes, "Mirabilia is in trouble." And he begins to tell you that Myra has started to take the city over with cobwebs and spiders. They're all down inside Mirabilia. Instead of all out on the top, they built webs down into Mirabilia and into the promenade. And Tuffy looks at you and he's like, she is not okay. She's trying to change us all. She has babies. She has baby spiders, not the mechanical ones. She has real babies that something dark has happened.
Yeah.
Something besides just the virus, Lily. Something has got her.
Yeah.
At that point you hear inside the temple behind you, you hear a laugh. You see Gordon go, "Did you hear that?"
I did.
Did I?
No.
I did.
There was a laugh. Tuffy, there was a laugh. You heard it?
Yeah.
Tuffy's like, a laugh, and he looks, and there's nobody there. And that's where we're going to start for this evening. My bad. I needed to put that ending in there. So, guys, thank you so much. That was so much fun. Oh, what a fucking roller coaster ride this has been.
We lived.
You lived. What are you, 4 episodes from the finale? The season finale. Not that that wasn't a great epic time, but all your equipment's sitting in Beacon, down in Jamal's office. You'll have to
Go get that.
figure that out. The last thing Tuffy tells you before we end, I know we've been to twice. It's been 4 days. You've been gone for 4 days. So that's where we're at. Thank you guys for coming. We are Original GM. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, all that jazz. Peace out.
Peace.
There's a gift inside the old gods granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread.